Hey guys, welcome to another episode of MIA with Damini. Get a pen, grab a notepad, and happy learning. So last week, or well, depends on when you listen to it. So let's say the last podcast episode, we spoke about those what's it called now? The opportunities that are around you and your business that you can take advantage of, right? So I mentioned that it was more external. So today we're looking at the opportunities within your business, right? Those are the things that you have control over. So the things that are outside of your control are the things around you. So things that are government or politically driven, um, things that are technologically driven. For example, now you didn't create social media, but you use it in your business. Things like that. Those are things outside your control. So today we're talking about the things that are within your control. And the first thing I want to say, and I think I'm beginning to sound like a broken record because I keep saying this all the time, is data is your friend. Like however it is you look at it, one way or the other, you have to use data to make business decisions. You have to use data to improve your business, to expand your business, to you know create new channels, new products, everything for your business really. You shouldn't be making decisions on emotions. You shouldn't be making well at some point, yes, some emotional decisions work or are good for you. But primarily you should be able to use data to make those emotionally based decisions. I don't know if that makes sense. So when the decision is emotionally based, the data should be backing that emotion, something like that. Right? And like I said, these are opportunities that are within your control. Now, the first thing you want to look at is you have to look at your business, right? So you have to ask yourself a few questions. So questions like what sells well, what doesn't sell well. These kind of things can help you create upselling opportunities, help you create cross-selling opportunities, bundle plans, loyalty schemes, all those kind of things. Now, if you don't have a database that tells you, okay, this product sells well, or this product doesn't sell well. Or better still, when people buy product A, 40% of them also buy product B, even without it being bundled together, right? Or let's say 40% is even too low. Let's say 70% of them buy product B as well. So what you can do is you can bundle product A and product B together and sell it at a reduced cost, right? Now, I think I've mentioned this in a previous episode before, but all of this helps you increase what we call customer lifetime value. So let's say a customer came to your platform, whether it's a website, whether it's a physical shop, and they bought one thing, right? The customer lifetime value of that customer is that the amount of money they spend once. However, if it's a product that involves maybe repeat purchases, maybe your subscription, maybe something like gas. Let's say you sell gas, people will need to refill their gas. That customer lifetime value is always going to be increasing because there's always opportunities for them to continue patronizing your business. Now, as a business owner, your job there is to make sure that that customer lifetime value always increases and never stops increasing, right? If the person that is always buying gas from you stops buying gas from you and goes somewhere else, that's a problem. Now, when you understand this data, you can start asking yourself questions like, okay, this person that comes to buy gas from me, what other things do they buy? And it doesn't have to be just from you. What other things do they buy from your supposed competitors? What other things do they buy that goes alongside with their gas? So you can be selling gas, and then you can introduce the gas knobs, those gas knobs that people turn, so that when it goes bad, when it spoils, they can buy it from you as well. That's number one. Number two, you can start offering home delivery. All these things are because you now know the data that is available to you. You use the data that is available to you to make business decisions, right? Um, Also, you want to listen to what people are asking for, and they might not. So there's this thing that Steve Jobs says, where what they do at Apple is they give customers what they don't know they need, right? They answer the questions that the customers aren't even thinking about asking for them. It's very similar in the sense that customers would ask you for certain things. They might come outright and ask you for it. At the same time, they might ask you for it in another way. So, let me give you an example. Hi, do you sell? Let's say, let me think. Okay, let's say we work at a bakery and we primarily sell bread. However, because we sell bread, let's say we sell regular regular white bread. Regular white bread is what we sell, different sizes. Because people always come and ask that, okay, do you have healthier options I can buy alongside this white bread? Or do you have banana bread? Or do you have coconut bread? Or do you have, those kind of decisions would let you know, okay, you know what, maybe we should do a R&D research on introducing coconut bread. Don't go and introduce coconut bread because you like the taste of coconut bread. You're not the one that's going to buy your business or buy your bread, right? So that's the kind of thing that data would help you with. The opportunities, the opportunities that data provides is actually endless, guys. I think I know that it's endless. Like just looking at the data that you currently have can almost certainly show you where to go with your business, what directions to take, right? And then one of the things that data also helps you with, it also lets you know what new location should you be looking at. So, for example, now you run an online business, right? And most of your customers have started making requests from places like Kenya, Rwanda, right? Let's say the bulk of your customers find they're in Nigeria, right? Or they're in Ghana, right? They're somewhere in West Africa. But for like the past few months, you've been getting requests, you've been doing a lot of deliveries, you've been you've been getting a lot of leads coming from other parts of Africa, places like Kenya, things like that. That's what your data has told you. Your data has told you that there's an opportunity here. Let's try and see what's happening. So in the marketing world, they would say, I think under the answer metrics, they would say something like, oh, that's like market development, so to speak. So you are going to develop a new market. So that's one of the things that data really, really helps you to do. So when it comes to like opportunities within your business, data is your friend. Data is your friend. Let me use one of my favorite online brands is Miss K. And the reason why I like the Miss K boutique is because of how simple I don't so the word is simple, yeah, but it's how simple they have made their standard be, right? You just see like very simple regular videos, models wearing their clothes, walking around, things like that. But trust me, that standard to keep up with that standard every almost every time they post is not easy, right? And the quality is also like very 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 high. Like the models and the dresses they wear. There's the skinny model, there's the fake model, there's the light skin, there's the dark skin. It's a cross range for all their perceived target audience for customers. Um, Another thing is now they even have different stores. When they started, I think they were only in Lagos or so. Now they're all over Nigeria. They're actually all over Nigeria. They also have a physical and an online presence, which to me, I feel like these decisions were not made from the emotions of the business or the person at the back end of the business. Right? These are things that okay, this is what the data shows that most of the deals we are making, people are asking for it from Ibadan. How many people are asking from Ibadan? Okay, how can we set up like a trial or a test run somewhere? Again, I don't work for Miske. I don't work with Miske. I don't do anything with Miske. So I really don't know how they set their stuff up. I'm just estimating or guessing here, right? But that's typically how it wants to go. These are decisions that your data will tell you to make, so to speak, right? Um, Also, when it comes to expanding your business, I can use Facebook for example now. Facebook already saw that okay, you know what, with this whole NFT, with this whole virtual reality space, there's something like that. So what they did was they bought Oculus. When they bought Oculus, that was them testing the market. Again, they had a lot of cash in the bank to buy brands. A lot of these big players do it. So Google, Apple, they all buy themselves at the end of the day, right? Amazon buys everybody to be honest. So Facebook or Oculus, they were trying out the product, testing it, realized that there was a lot of potential there. And now they have the metaverse, now they're expanding into other things. So that in itself shows the importance of data. And you can have external data and internal data. But the data we're talking about today is the ones that, are generated from your business, so to speak, right? The next thing, a lot of people don't like it, but I say it a lot. Competition is fantastic when it comes to businesses. Competition is your friend. Competitors are your friends, whether you like it or not. You shouldn't look at them as the enemy. I don't know why people always look at them as you are the enemy. Meanwhile, they're not the enemy, right? Competitors are literally they are data banks for you as well. If you can leverage how to use your competitors' data that you have access to, if you can leverage how to use it, you can create a superpower for yourself. So, what kind of questions should you be asking? Um, what do they advertise on market of? So you can actually look at back in the day. I think Facebook has stopped now because I haven't used it in a bit. But back in the day, you could actually check the ads that your competitors are running across Facebook channels. You can actually see what they are doing, right? So you could just use that data, and it was open, it wasn't illegal or anything like that. You could use that data and just modify your own ads to top that standard, so to speak, right? When you're looking at Google keywords, you can look at the keywords that are being overused, and you can look for keywords that you can. So the keywords that are being overused, you can look for other keywords that mean the same thing that are not as heavily used as other keywords, and then match that, and then get, let's call it bid, cheaper bids on your ad platform, stuff like that, right? You don't spend as much money, so to speak. But those are the kind of things that competitor knowledge gives you. You also see what products they sell well. You can go to your competitor's platform and see the comments that people are making there. What kind of comments? What questions are they asking? These questions, they are questions that you can infuse into your business, and almost like take advantage of the questions. So if a consumer or a customer goes to a competitor's page and they're talking about products, oh, why did you guys introduce these products? Guy, that's $1 million idea right there. You should also introduce it. I want this in black. It only comes in white. Do you have that product in black? Right? How do you market that product in black? How do you get that product and sell it and market it? How do you market it and sell it in black? Something like that, right? Another thing they do is what are their pricing? How do they price themselves? So it's almost in pricing. Pricing is tricky because you can't price yourself too low because you'll be seen as cheap and low quality, and you can't price yourself too high because you'll be seen as unnecessarily expensive and overpriced. So you want to make sure that you are within the same pricing structure as your competitors, right? Competitors are your friends. Like, if you didn't have competitors for your business, you will find it difficult to improve your business, guys. I'm talking from experience here. Like, competitors are your friends. I don't know how else to put it. However, all this you need to do it in moderation. You can't move too many buttons at the same time. Like, we're dealing with a lot of data here, so you really need to know. You need to prioritize what is important for your business. What are your quick wins? What can help you build your long-term strategy? Um, Things like that. So let me give an example here, guys. If, for example, now I have a product that I can launch a product. Let's say this example. I can launch a product. I can create a bundling offer for two products, or upselling, cross-selling tactics for two products. Um, I can start a new media campaign for another product, or for my business in general. You know, the most expensive one of all these options is actually launching a new product. That in itself requires a lot of testing. That in itself requires a lot of funding, like commitment. Um, there are so many things that go into launching a new product. So what you have to do is it's almost like scale of preference, so to speak, right? So yeah, this is one of the things that Mrs. Enabo, big shout out to Mrs. Enabo, wherever she is. She taught me this in secondary school, and I think this was one of the few times I actually paid attention in class, where she was scale of preference, opportunity cost, things like that. So these are the things that these three things I just mentioned now. Launching a product, creating cross-selling, upselling offers, bundles, things like that, and then also marketing, launching new media campaigns for products in your business. You have to scale it out, right? You should start with quick wins. Always start with your quick wins, and then look for how those quick wins also align with your long-term strategy or your long-term um, business map or something like that, right? So for example, now we have these three examples. The first thing I would say is you want to do your cross-selling. Start pushing out your cross-selling and bundle offers to existing customers. Start pushing them out to even prospective customers that you're talking to currently in your business. Next up, you want to then do your media campaign, right? And then launch a new product. Now, within your bundling and cross-selling offers, right? When the deal is closed, you would mention your the new product that's coming and ask them if they would like to know about it. That way, you are generating leads for that new product that is not yet there. When you are generating your media campaign for the products that you currently have, you will also drop teasers in that media campaign. Or yeah, you will drop teasers in that media campaign to introduce your new product. So in a way, it's quick wins, like I said, and then it links to your long-term strategy. Guys, as a small business owner, most of the things that I talk about, they seem to be impossible for you guys. But trust me, these things are not impossible. I think the major problem that we do that I don't enjoy seeing it, and people do it all the time, is we try to do too many things at the same time. Understand that you can only do one thing before the other. You can't, multitasking in itself is wrong. You shouldn't multitask. Like, when you multitask, you are reducing the quality of something else. You are reducing the quality of your inputs. You are reducing the quality, the standard of what's it called, of what you can bring to the table. Like, I don't know, like, you know what? That's my next talk. That's my next talk. I'll talk about that next week. Uh, I'll talk about that next week. But yeah, so don't overdo it. Don't do too much. Okay. All right. So yeah. Hope this was helpful. Hope this was helpful. Please follow me on Instagram. My YouTube channel is there, but I've come back to my podcast platform fully. I'm not going away again. I'm here to stay. But yeah, my YouTube channel is also there as well. You can follow me on Instagram so you can ask questions. Um, yeah, so yeah, you could just let me know. You can also like communicate with me to let me know what exactly you're struggling with in your business or what kind of teachings would help you really. I have a script. I have a script guide. I have a what's it called now? I have a script guide. I also have like a list of topics that I'm running through. And then as each topic rolls out, I always get inspiration into like other topics to add to it. So yeah. All right guys, take it easy. So it's a wrap. That's about it for today. So you'll be hearing from me in another episode, I guess. But don't forget to share this with your friends, your family, people that have businesses, and that will find this type of content useful. So yeah, you'll be hearing from me soon.